Hey everybody, welcome back. I know we just did a live 2 hours ago, but yeah, I that was a surprise one. This one is planned, so we'll give everybody a chance to get their notification and to pop in the live stream, and then we'll get started. So if you're here already, just hang tight. We'll get started in just a minute. Hello, welcome in. We'll get started here in just a moment. Started this one a little bit early. Um, Actually, no, I guess I started this one on time, right at 7. I started the other one a little early. So, um, normally two streams is not what I do. But like I said, I was so excited earlier that I did the 5 o'clock, 5 o'clock p.m. stream. And now, hey, it's the 7 o'clock stream. So, um, one of the things that I really wanted to focus on in this stream. Hey, Daisy girl, welcome back. So nice to see you. So, one of the things that I wanted to focus on in this stream was uh, oh, hello, Kirsten. Welcome back. So nice to see you again. Yeah, perfect. So I really wanted to focus, hey Maria, on tonight. I start my fifth cycle of the maintenance chemotherapy. So the maintenance chemotherapy is double the dose of what I was initially on, but I only instead of doing it every day of the month, I only have to do it for 5 consecutive days during the month. So today is the start of cycle 5, and then next month in April, I will be having my final cycle of the maintenance chemotherapy, and then no more chemotherapy, hopefully forever. So, hey, Jindy, welcome back. Thank you for coming in, Maria's Crochet Show, or Corner, whatever it is. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming in. I apologize for mispronouncing that. So, thank you for coming in again, Maria. It's nice to see you. Um, Sweets and Beyond, hello. Thank you for coming in again. It's nice to see you. And then we've got Maria in her crochet corner, as well as Kirsten saying hi to everybody. So, it's really nice to have everybody in here. Sweets and Beyond, so nice to see you again. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, now we got Jindy saying hi. I love it. Daisy Girl said hi to everyone, and call a friend. It's fine that you're late. Really isn't a big deal. So if you haven't already, please click the thumbs up button, which is the like button. Just helps the channel out. So I appreciate you if you do that. And if for any reason you're not a subscriber to the channel, click the subscribe button. It's just over from the thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost you anything. And then after you hit subscribe, it'll give you a bell. And that notification bell, put it to all. And that way, anytime I go live, like today, I created a surprise live 2 hours ago that I did. So, make sure you do that. But yeah, so starting off the night, talking a little bit about chemotherapy and, my brain cancer. So back in July, I was diagnosed with glioblastoma, and that's a terrible form of brain cancer to have. But I've been fighting it since, and I've gone through 30 rounds of radiation, and I've gone through 42 rounds of my first chemo. Uh, and so now I'm in what they call maintenance mode, and I've been this for almost 6, 7 months now. So this cycle, they're 28-day cycles. 5 days on the chemo pills, 23 days off the chemo pills. So I am starting cycle 5 of 6 tonight. Cycle 6 will be next month, and that'll be, like I said, hopefully the last round of chemotherapy. Curry, so nice to see you. Thank you for being in here again. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, so that's what's going on right now. Tonight, probably around 10 o'clock, I'll take. It's 2 pills that I have to take for 5 straight days, and it totals 350 milligrams of the drug is called temozolomide or Temodar for short. Of course, Daisy girl, not a problem. Thank you for coming in at all. So yes, you have a great St. Patrick's Day as well. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope nobody pinches you. So so yeah, that's going to start tonight. I'm so ready to be done with it. I've been very fortunate that God has blessed me with no side effects. Maybe a little bit of tiredness. I guess we can consider that a side effect, but none of the bad side effects you hear about chemotherapy. So yeah, it's the pills I think have a lot to do with that instead of the IV infusion, but I'm not a doctor, so I can't say that's why, but that's just my feeling. Hey, Fancy Feast, welcome in. Thank you so much for coming back and being here. I love it. So, yeah, so that's the important part that we need to get out of the way tonight. So I'll be taking it Monday through Friday this week, which shouldn't interrupt going live, but I never know. So, I will put it out. I'm going to be taking these Monday through Friday. I generally don't take them until 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time at night, and they put me to sleep. So, so yeah, I'll be taking them starting tonight. But I'm looking forward second to last one, and then the last one next month in April. So very exciting. But the next thing I wanted to talk about, and so extremely grateful for everybody who's here tonight watching, or if you're watching this on replay, you're a part of this as well. Last night, when I looked, we had hit 500 subscribers to the channel. I am that was quick. I'm just going to say that happened really fast, and we would have never been able to get there without the help of so many of you. Again, so many of you posted this on your community tab. Others have shared my link during your live streams and told people to come over here and subscribe. We Yeah, some of it has been word of mouth, and I posted it on Facebook. I know somebody else posted it on Facebook. Uh, it's just been a team effort, and I am just so beyond grateful for this community that we've built to talk about things, especially cancer. Cancer is the main topic of this channel. But there are nights where we take off and don't talk about cancer. We talked about cruising the other night. We've talked about food before. I'm going to do a live stream. Thank you, Fancy Feast. I'm going to do a live stream later this week. Some of you know this already and have heard the story about it. I was on a reality TV show. I'm going to do a whole live show talking about that again. So, like I said, some of you know about it already. Some of you have no clue that I was on a reality show. It was a TLC reality show. So yeah, so I'll be setting a live up for that, and you all can make fun of me as well as my family. at the same time because I'll be making fun of them as well. Just kidding, I won't be. But it was an interesting time, and I'll share all the stories with you and how everything went down. But I look forward to that. It'll probably be tomorrow or Wednesday when I do that show. I'm busy Thursday and Friday. We'll still have a live show Thursday and Friday, but I won't have the preparation time I need for a show like that. So yeah, it was a good time, but different to say the least. So looking forward to that though. It'll be fun to talk about, and who knows, maybe I'll get my mom on to talk about it because the show was really about her, not me. But they sure utilized me in the show for a whole like 20 seconds at the most, even though I spent 20 to 30 minutes interviewing with them and answering questions. They only put me on the show for like 18 to 20, 25 seconds. So looking forward to doing that live, and yeah, we all can have a good laugh about it. So yeah, but again, thank you for those. You come back all the time, whether it's every night, whether it's every few nights, whether it's once a month. You still come back and want and hear me talk. So I'm just grateful for that. I no way I would have been able to get the 500 subscribers this fast if it wasn't for the amazing community of people that we have coming in here all the time. So I've always been grateful for you all, but my gosh, am I ever I'm just extremely grateful that you felt that I was important enough to do that, sharing it, coming in, putting it on tabs, community tabs, and your lives, however you're doing it. I'm so humble and grateful that you felt I was important enough. And, I really hope those who come to this channel for cancer, I can't give you medical advice because I'm not a doctor, but I can give you my experience with what I've gone through, which is what I've done. And all of my previous lives are still on the channel, so you can go back and watch them at any time. But I try to put that out there as often as I can. And Cree, that's so nice. I really appreciate you saying that I'm important to you all. I feel it. I don't get it because I'm just Patrick, but I feel it. The amount of outreach I get, the amount of random messages from people I've never heard of before saying they saw my live and they thank me for doing it. I got one last week saying that they were having to put their dad in the hospital, and they brought up my live talking about radiation and what they could expect from radiation. So showing, oh, there it is, showing the mask that they're going to have to wear and explaining how it's done. I mean, that was just, they use that. They showed their dad that episode of the show that I did, and I mean, that was just so amazing that they did that. And, I'm just glad that I could help, at least help somebody know what was coming up, because especially with cancer treatments, you might not understand everything that's going to happen. So, hey, Queen of O'Hara, thank you for coming in here. Good afternoon to you, and thank you for being here again. I appreciate you showing up. So nice. So yeah, that's why I do this. I really want people to understand, that there's a lot of people going through cancer. Nobody fights alone. That's something I believe in. And Queen of O'Hara, thank you so much. The prayer army that has been just coming and coming and coming. It truly is remarkable to me. And, I don't take credit for how well I'm doing. I have a prayer army behind me, whether it's from people on YouTube, the church that I go to. I know there's a lot of people there praying for me. And then friends and family. I know there's a prayer. We have a massive army of people praying for me. So, I even pray for myself, as well as others. I pray. I say a prayer for every single person that comes in the chat every night, for whatever. If you're dealing with anything, that there be calm and peace given to you. If you're not dealing with anything, that God continue keeping you on that route. And so, you all are important to me. I love seeing when people come in, and it's wonderful. So, I'm very appreciative. So I'm going to keep doing this. I love doing it, and we'll have more cancer chats. I've got nothing. Time is it's a quiet time right now, so I am super super happy. I don't have a lot of cancer stuff to talk about. That's a good thing. My next really anything dealing with cancer, I think, is my infusion. And thank you, Cree, the hashtag for the channel. If you all could spam that in the channel, hashtag Glio Gladiator, that would be super cool to see. And again, credit to Laura Marie for suggesting that. I don't think she's here tonight. But thank you for doing that. Hi, Sam. Thank you so much, Sam. That means a lot. Very appreciative of that. And thank you for coming in. So yeah, my next big thing that I'm going to do is going to be my next infusion, and that isn't until April. So for the next really 2 weeks, I have nothing going on at the cancer center. Heck, I don't even think I have a blood draw coming up for until April. So everything is going well right now, and that's how we want to keep it. But again, I couldn't be there if it wasn't for all of you. So thank you all so much for the prayers, mainly the prayers, but also the messages I get. They make me smile when I see a name pop up. I'm like, oh, they were in my chat. I know who they are. And some people I've known for a while. Maria. Let's see. Sweets. I don't know. I don't think Sweets is in here. She was in the other one. Maria, Sweets and Beyond. Anne was in the earlier one. And then, I mean, there's a few. I'm sure I'll miss you. Please don't be offended. It's not anything to be offended about. I've known a few people through YouTube for a little while now. So, hi, William Brooklyn. And yep, the chat crew's going strong tonight. Kat, the U.S. Navy vet, thank you so much. Feels so great to have 500. I was shocked when I saw that happen last night when it rolled to 5. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I think today we're at 506. So we're still growing. And so 550 will be the next target that we have. And I'm just so humble and grateful again that we got there as quick as we did. That's crazy. So I'm so grateful for everybody. So yeah, today's been a great day. I did a live earlier. That was a surprise. Wasn't planning on it. Just I got home from the cancer. I was in a cancer support group today. It was the third session of it. It's at my church, and we do it once a month. And just today's session was very inspiring to me. Hearing another cancer patient, and I did get permission to share this, but they are going through stage 4 recurrent breast cancer. It's been called terminal to them, but they are still keeping a positive attitude. This lady became a Christian when she was 5 years old, and she still has her faith and she still celebrates God, very much like this channel and me. I haven't let me question my faith, hasn't let me get myself down. I'm very positive, and that's how it's going to be. But it was so nice. Her name, um, I'm going to forget this, but she was on Saturday Night Live um, back, I don't know exactly when it was, but she spent 6 years on Saturday Night Live. She's a comedian, she's very funny. She was also on the Johnny Carson show 20 times. So that is insane. So yeah, she's got quite the resume. Her name was Victoria Jackson, or is Victoria Jackson. I apologize, and she is absolutely wonderful. If you ever would like to subscribe to her channel, it is run exactly like mine. And William Brooklyn, that is so nice. I appreciate that. And Kat, yay, Patrick, I love that too. William, it's always great to have you, buddy. I'll motivate you every night if you show up every night. So this is her YouTube channel, and like I said, she's a comedian. She posts videos about the Bible, Bible verses, um, church-related stuff. She posts comedy stuff. She'll post some of her old SNL skits. She did a lot of things with Phil Hartman during her time on Saturday Night Live. So but just hearing her story and how she created a YouTube channel so that she could get her message out to people that may never hear the message, whether it be about God, her faith, or cancer. And it just made me think of me. So I thanked her, and she actually wrote my YouTube channel down. So maybe one day she'll come in here. I never know, but that would be cool to see. And but just hearing her talk, and I would definitely ask her to come up on panel with me because it was so great to hear her talk. She inspired me, so that was wonderful. So, any questions for me on the fifth cycle of chemo, or subscribers, or anything about the channel? I'm uh, I'm open to take some questions. All right, she is, and she has her own makeup line. She also, what was the show? She was on Candid Camera, uh, the original Candid Camera, and so yeah, she's got quite the resume. And it was neat because the gentleman who leads our cancer support group, he's like the moderator of every month, is a friend of hers. He spent some time out in LA and has been on some shows, has been in some movies, and they met and they've become really good friends, and they've been friends forever. And I just think that was so amazing. So I'm glad he invited her to our cancer support group because it was, like I said, it was an absolute blessing hearing her story and listening to how faithful she is, considering she has the doctors told her a terminal diagnosis. Do you feel sick, Patrick, or do you generally feel pretty good? Sorry, I didn't mean anything rude. My father had colon and pancreas cancer. Kat, I really never mind questions like that. I'm here to inform everybody of how my experience went. So, if anybody ever, comes in, maybe they haven't been following along through my entire journey, it's good to ask these questions and, have it in there. So um, I would say 99.9% of the time, I feel amazing. Um, I joke, I say I feel like $1 million, which is what my cancer treatments cost. Uh, so, um, so yeah, I'm very blessed. The only time I have had any type of side effects was one of the first actually, it was nope, I think it was the first. It was the first maintenance chemo pills that I took. Um, I had no issues with the first round or with the first 42 chemo pills, never had any side effects. But the maintenance chemo pills are double the dose. So instead of 180, I'm taking 365 milligrams of the chemo pill that I'm on. So the first night I took it, about 1 in the morning, I woke up dry heaving, and sorry, don't mean to be gross about this, but I ended up vomiting a couple times, and so that wasn't fun. So I called my doctor the next day and told him about it. So he prescribed me um, on, I think it's on Dinesterone, and ever since I had that one bout of feeling nauseous, 30 minutes to an hour prior to giving myself those chemo pills, I take the ondansetron, and it's worked. I haven't been sick, haven't felt anything since that one time. So yeah, I truly feel like $1 million. I feel great. I look great. Um, it's I don't have any problems walking. My motor skills are great. I see good. I hear good. So I can't be in a better place than I am right now. So let's see. My grandmom would eat everything after chemo. Had me cooking all night. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I can get that, or I understand that. And that's nice of you, William, to do that. I hope you feel good about that because that was really nice for you to do. And yeah, Kat, it is a lot. Um, uh, you know, I can't say I've always been a healthy person. Prior, I would say probably 5, 6 months prior to finding out I had cancer, I had started to get my body in shape, um, and so that helped. That sure helped. But yeah, I mean, I went and I looked. It kind of cracked me up when I looked at my not numbers, but my yeah, I guess my blood work the last time. My my glucose was 79. I'm like, that's amazing. I'll take that every time. My blood pressure was like one 102 over 74, another good number. 5 years or 3 years ago, I could have never said that. My numbers were so bad. Even my weight, I had been for all of my not adult, my young adult life, from about 35 to 40, I had been really, really bad. And I was extremely morbidly obese. I was almost 300 pounds. Right now, oh, I know when it drops in the 70s, I feel it. I carry those glucose tabs just in case. But yeah, I start shaking, not shaking, but I start feeling shaky and like, oh, okay, my blood dropped or my blood sugar dropped. But those glucose tablets work. So, so yeah, but my weight now is at 226. And I'm going to continue to lose. Well, I'm going to continue to lose. I used to have 180 as my goal, but I think with everything I'm going through with the cancer, having a little more on me will be okay. So I'm going for 200. So yeah. Um, and the last time I had my A1C checked, it was 5.7, I believe. It was either 5.6 or 5.7. So yeah, I've been very happy with what I've been able to do with my body, get it in shape, get it feeling better. the key is water. I know people probably tell everybody that all the time, but I drink so much water, and even the food I eat. For the most part, I eat very healthy, and that is, you know, you'll start shedding it. My biggest problem was I was addicted to soda. I was drinking at least two, not Slurpees, 7-Eleven big gulps a day. I was drinking two of those, and my blood sugar was awful. And I the my doctor was ready to put me on insulin. I said, no, I'm taking care of this myself. Give me until the next check. And if I haven't done it, then you can prescribe me insulin. So the next check I was down, I was at 10.2 when she was threatening to put me on insulin, which was, that's bad. That is really, really bad. But when she checked me the next time, I was down to 6.8, I think. 6.9 maybe. So she's like, okay, I see you're doing work. I said, and it's going to continue. I've given up on my sodas and sugary drinks. I drink nothing but water and unsweet iced tea. But I got to be careful with the iced tea because all the caffeine can affect my kidneys. So yeah. So now, the last time I went, which was 2 months ago, maybe, yeah, 2 months ago, my A1C was 5.7. And that was nuts. I was so happy. And she was like, I don't believe what I'm seeing. I never doubted you, but this makes me so happy. And yeah, she's a great primary doctor. I love her. She's unfortunately out on maternity, so it's a backup who's there now. And I go in a month or so. So I'll see the backup, but that's okay. My numbers are still going to be good. So yeah, thanks, Jindy. That definitely was a huge improvement, and I'm proud of myself for getting me there, even with the weight loss. Now, look, I can't take full credit for all the weight loss because, having cancer, that is a very common symptom, is you lose weight for no reason. Um, but definitely cutting the sugar out of the daily intake. I mean, I've always been the type when I quit sodas, I would lose weight so fast. People used to hate me, but very nice, cat. You don't drink any sugar, but coffee itself affects mine. Really interesting. That's so crazy. And I'm definitely one who loved getting a sugary Starbucks drink, whether it was a latte or a mocha, whatever it was. And um, recently, before I had all this, it was brown sugar oat milk espresso, shaken espresso. So wasn't as bad as having a soda, but it still had sugar in it, and so I had to stop those as well. So pretty much now it's just espresso or black coffee. All right. Well, William Brooklyn, that's great though. I mean, and you have, well, I mean, I don't want to get into your personal business, but just looking at your post up there, I would not take somebody for 125 pounds having high cholesterol. But I'm going to assume a lot of it is hereditary. That may, like me, it runs in my family, but I'm as close to 200 as I can be. And so you know, I'd love to be in the 100s one day, but I'm getting close to being under two, and I'd be happy. Beer, that'll do it. But yeah, yeah, be careful of the high cholesterol. Just because it runs in my family, I've seen things. All right, Cat, forget fruit. I can't eat any. And yeah, I used to like fruit. I loved fruit. And I've been told, oh, well, it's just natural sugar in fruit. That's not going to matter. And yes, the body does process it differently than the refined sugar. but still, it's still sugar. So I eat very little to no fruit. Heck, I can't remember when the last time I had some strawberries this year for strawberry season, and they were good. But pineapple is a big no-no for me, not just because of the sweetness, but because of the um, what is it? The acid, the acidity in that. Um, it's just so bad, especially if I'm on my chemo pills and I would eat pineapple, I would be. It may eat my stomach. It's that bad. So, Maria, I'm sorry, that's hilarious. You love fries like William loves beer. Oh, y'all are too crazy. Yes, strawberries and blueberries, and that's generally what I eat. So, like when I have my plain yogurt in the morning, sometimes for breakfast, I'll make sure I have at least blueberries in the house because I'll take a handful of blueberries, wash them real quick, and throw them in the plain yogurt. So, yes, I do like both of those as far as fruits are concerned, but like bananas. Oh my gosh, bananas are so bad for you, which is crazy because, hey, Kimmy, thank you for coming back. It's nice to see you. But yeah, bananas are horrible for you, especially if you're a diabetic because of the sugar amount in there. But it's great for other stuff like potassium. So it's like you got to pick and choose what is it you need. So for me, since I'm cutting sugar, a banana is not on my list to eat. I'd rather I can get potassium from other things, but I'd rather not have diabetic stuff going on with high blood sugar. And like I said, I get potassium from other places. Oh, I'll never forget when I was in the hospital. It was like the day after my surgery. They came in every morning at 6 a.m. I would have a knock on the door. The nurse came in and they did blood work. That was every morning. And so the first one showed I had low potassium. So they gave me potassium in liquid form through an IV bag. When I tell you that I wanted to yell and scream at whoever made that decision, that might have been the most painful burn that I have ever felt. Now, granted, I haven't been burned, but oh my gosh, it was the most painful thing I felt going right into my veins. And I'm like in tears, yelling for whoever the nurse is to come in. Please come in. And she comes in with a tech and asks, "You didn't put straight potassium in there, did you? You at least diluted it with saline?" And the nurse is like, "Yeah, no, I just gave him the bag." I was like thinking to myself, like, what? Why would you do that to me? It was the worst feeling I've ever felt, the most pain I've ever been in. And I have a very high pain tolerance. I could not handle that pain that I was in. It was bad. Yes, 6 a.m. Yeah. And at that time too, I was on a liquid diet still. So, man, it was a rough day. I wanted food. But a little funny story is I was on a diabetic diet. Even though I wasn't diabetic, my numbers were close enough to be, hey, he needs to be on a diabetic diet. So I cracked up each morning when they brought my tray of food and it had a cup of juice, straight sugar. It had a cup of juice. It had a bowl of fruit had either an orange or a banana. And I said, I can't have this. So can I just get some eggs and bacon, please? And so from then on, I would get eggs and bacon, or I would get some sort of decent breakfast that wouldn't have put me in a diabetic coma. I was like, how could you guys not read that? Like, what makes you think that, putting orange juice, especially on my tray, is a good thing for a diabetic? So the nurses just cracked up because they're not the ones that make the trays. It's actually the kitchen. So from then on, it was sugar-free Jello that they put on the plate. Um, Sugar-free, and yeah, no sugar, sugar-free yogurt. At least I had a few berries, the blueberries, so I could have that with my yogurt. But then I would get eggs and bacon. And one day they spoiled me and they gave me French toast and potatoes. And I'm like, I know I'm not supposed to have either, but you haven't fed me real food in 3 days. So I'm eating real food. So that was great. And it was funny because one of the pastors from my church had come to see me, see how I was doing, and pray with me, and see if there was anything the church could do. I said, "Hey, can you guys bring me a real breakfast? Like there's a Wawa across the street. There's something over there. There's like McDonald's just down the road." And he laughed. He goes, "Wait, I just heard the kitchen in here taking your order for tomorrow. I want some eggs, bacon, and French toast too." So it was quite an experience, but I'm grateful for every doctor and nurse that I had while I was in that hospital. They treated me better than I could ever expect. But the food was not bad. You always hear hospital food is awful, and you know, I come to expect that. At least I would be getting some nourishment. But food was actually really good. One day, instead of scrambled eggs, they made me a ham, and they called it a ham and cheese. Well, not a ham, just a cheese omelet. And what they did was they just made this like round egg in a pan and just folded it over, and in the middle was cheese. So the cheese melted. It was really tasty. And then at night, I had jerk chicken, and I love chicken. So give me all the spicy. It was so good. So I was very impressed with what they offered. So good questions. I appreciate the questions, and somebody I met today at the cancer support group, they sat down and just started talking to me, and we talked for a while, and I absolutely love that. And I hope they come back to the next one. They told me I need to get a new hat. They don't like this hat, so I said, "All right, I can do that." So said I needed something a little more fashionable. I said, "Okay, that'll happen. Next time it's gonna be colorful and something." So yeah. What number was I at for being diabetic? Well, it was weird. Well, they called me a pre-diabetic, but my number was high. It was 10.2 on my A1C, which is god awful. Hey, just saying. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. But but yeah, so Kimmy, I went from 10.2. My doctor's like, my primary doctor said, "I'm putting you on insulin." And I said, "No." I said, "I can do this myself. Give me 4 weeks, test my blood again. Let's see where I'm at." I went back for my blood work, 6.8 or 6.9, something like that. She's like, "Okay." She goes, "You're still high for where I want you to be, but you're not 10.2. I see you're doing work." And um, 4 weeks later, back one more time, 5.7. And so she's like, "Okay, you've done your work. I'm not threatening you with with insulin anymore. I am gonna put you on metformin. See how you do on that." And my numbers have stayed pretty steady. The other day, when I went for blood work at my oncologist office, my blood sugar was 70. Oh man, what was it? 70 something. It was low 70s, like 76, 70 something like that. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, no, 79 it could have been. I don't remember exactly, but it was a great number." And yeah, so I now, something I didn't do for about 15 to 20 years of my life. Um, Prior to getting cancer, 5 months prior to getting cancer, I said, "I'm taking my life back," and I started eating better. I got rid of all sodas and sugar. So that's where we got into the sugar talk, because I cut it all out. No more sodas, no more sugary Starbucks drinks. If I'm drinking coffee, it's a black coffee with, if I do have any type of creamer in it, it's like a heavy whipping cream. Um, Even it's funny to I say this, but if you didn't know, if you go to your grocery store and look at the cans of like whipped cream, you can use whipped cream as a creamer. There's nothing in whipped cream sugar wise. I have no idea what makes it sweet, but yeah, I'm sorry, Kat. I've been lucky. It hasn't got to that point yet, but I haven't been on it long. So the metformin, I'm not on the other one, but I have I mean, this is how serious she was. She gave me, oh, we can't see it. Come on, Ozempic. So, yeah, I've got like 4 things of Ozempic pins that I've never used, never had to use. So, I'm very proud of myself. So yeah, and that's, I think a big reason why I'm doing so well on this cancer journey as well is because I got myself into better shape, eating better, and getting my numbers in line. All of my numbers were within range the last couple of blood draws that I've had, and I want to continue that route. Oh, I'm sorry, Kat. I watched my dad do it, and it was tough. It's tough to see him do all that, and then at times also, I love the guy, never have anything bad to say about him, but he also didn't care to change his diet or anything. So I mean, yeah, he was shooting himself up with insulin, but going and eating ice cream and whatever cotton candy, his one of his favorite snacks, and I always joked with him because I never understood it. Those circus peanuts, like the orange circus peanuts, the chewy ones. He loved those things and would buy them and eat them by the bag. And I'm like, "Dad, those are so nasty and bad for you." But hey, I'm only here once. I'm not going to cheat my stomach. Okay. William Brooklyn, I agree with that a lot, and that's a big reason why I stay positive. Is I know it's helping me, at least on the inside. It is. If it's helping me scientifically as well, then that's just a bonus. So, yep. See, I don't even think they're yummy. I could never stand those. And there was one other thing he liked. I can't remember what it was. It wasn't Mike and Ike. It was something else. Good and Plenty. The licorice things. Oh my gosh, he loved those things. So, but I miss him. I miss my dad so much. He was quite a funny man. But I give so much credit to him as well as my mom, because I am who I am because of them. Everything you see here is all due to them. Sure, I could have gone off and, chosen my own path and done things that, they may not have been proud of, but I always wanted to make my parents proud. That was always something I strived for, whether it was in athletics, whether it was in school, whether it was in church, whatever. That was something that meant a lot to me. And so, I did that. I know I did that because they've both told me numerous times. Unfortunately, my dad passed away about 4 years ago, and he's not here anymore. But my mom tells me, hey, I'm proud of you for doing this, and yeah, so it's pretty great. I'm lucky to have the parents I have. Maria, once you finish with everything, I'll make you a great home cooked meal. I mean, if the cancer doesn't kill me, I sure don't want your food to. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm kidding. I appreciate that, Maria. That's so sweet. That's wonderful. I that's just so kind. I appreciate you for that. Oh, and see, oh, Jindy, I'm glad I wasn't the only one who felt that way. Oh, yeah. Maria, if I could make a request, I would like arroz con pollo with black beans and no onions, but as many black beans as you want to put on there. Yummy. Frijoles. Oh, Jindy. Thanks, Kat. Yes, I am so blessed to have the parents I did or I do. It's always going to be due. They're I'm just, man. They made they made me who I am, or at least led me to who I am, and will always be grateful for that. Jindy, you're so bad. Oh, that's not cool. Oh, Maria. Well, we may have you do a few streams of you cooking, maybe before, and we'll have a friend or maybe even your husband sample it. And if whoever tries it is still standing, then we may add it to the menu. You. Oh, too funny. Well, this is the second stream tonight. If you missed the first one, it was a shorter one. It was at 5 o'clock Eastern time. It was a surprise one. So, this has been it's been a great day today. I again thank you all for getting me to 500, whether it means subscribing yourself, sharing it, however you shared it, on whatever platform you shared it on. My heart is very appreciative for everybody, and we're just going to keep growing. The big C word, cancer, is unfortunately affects way too many lives in this country. And the more we talk about it, hopefully more will go into actual research and money being spent trying to find cures instead of these treatments that just hold it off for a little while. Oh, you're too funny, guy, Cat. But the laughs tonight were wonderful. Thank you so much for making me laugh, and the jokes that you have. That is great. And oh, Maria did too. So Maria and William, all of your socks that are following, I appreciate them. Oh man. But yeah, so next I'm going to be pushing for watch hours because the watch time has to improve. I don't know how often it updates, but I was at 360 something out of 3,000 when I looked yesterday. So, needless to say, we need about 2,600, almost 2,700 watch hours. So that's a lot of that's a lot of things. Oh, Jendi, thank you. I'm you know I'm terrible at asking for stuff. I'm not one like no matter what situation I'm in. I did have a Amazon wish list when I first got home from the hospital, um, 5, 6 months ago, 7 months ago now. Um, and yes, Kat. Yep. It might be 4,000. I'm not 100% sure. Um, but uh, but yeah, I had an Amazon wish list before. Um, I don't think it's updated. If it's out there, it's not updated. So if you see an Amazon wish list for a Patrick Amato, please don't send anything because it's not updated. Um, but I'm not good at asking for things. It makes me uncomfortable. I've always been the person to help. That's always been, I mean, it just, again, goes along with my personality. I'd rather my money be going to somebody else to help them out rather than people giving me stuff. And, you know, sure, it's a struggle right now because my job pays me peanuts and, um, you know, I'm upside down on a few things, but that's okay. I believe, there's a path and God will show me that path and things will be fine. It's just a temporary season that I'm going through. Oh, um, maybe getting funny beanies. That would be wonderful. Um, Hey, Party Rock. Thank you for coming back for this one. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of sort of wrapping up, but I did I'm gonna be doing a big t-shirt drive. So the t-shirts are the exact logo you see behind you, and inside of the ribbon it says my name. It just says Patrick Amato. And give me a second. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so I did find it. Perfect. And I promise you it didn't come from Timu. Let me share this with you. Share screen. We're going to show this one. And in a second, I won't be able to see. Um, Thanks, William Brooklyn, and I'm glad there are really some amazing women in this chat and group. Yeah, that's awesome. So, okay, this should be. I hope I'm sharing it. You can you see a shirt that says Support Squad, but with the ribbon as the Q? Well, I was wrong. So it wasn't the Q. It looks like this right here, the A. So it'll be the black ribbon, and inside the ribbon on this side of it, it will say Patrick Amato. So I initially ordered 25 of them, and did just like an initial stop sharing now. Did an initial sale just to see if there was much interest, and came really close to selling out of it. I think I only have. I'm sorry, Party Rock. I'll wear it one day, and And so, I almost sold out of all 25 of them. I've got like a large and extra large, I think, left. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that was a good help in fundraising. Um, I didn't put them on any website. I don't want anybody paying third party fees or anything like that. Luckily, someone who comes in this chat um, is able to make the shirts and doesn't charge me a whole lot extra. So it still costs a lot because I got to pay. I pay for the T-shirt, and then if you're out of state, um, especially in the United States, the shipping is close to $10. I shipped a couple last week. I don't remember where they went, but it came out almost. It was like $9 and change a piece when I shipped them. So I mean, I hate charging that, but it's something I would have to do. But if anybody's interested, like I said, I'll wear a shirt tomorrow. You can see what it looks like. And I'm going to be doing a second order. Now, the second order is going to be targeted. So um, once I have how many or what size anybody would want, then I'll be done. So once everybody who wants one has given me their sizes, um, then I'll come on and say, look, all right, we're shut off. Here's what I'm ordering. Last chance. If you want me to order anything else, it has to be now. So I'll let you know when that starts. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Kat. I had so many smalls sell last time. I'm like, smalls? But it was people getting it for their kids. And we had a cancer walk here recently. So it was perfect. Jendi, you would just shoot me a message. I'll have, yeah, through IG. But don't order yet because I'm not ready to place the order. I've got to make sure that person who's going to be making these is stocked up and ready to go. But oh no, nothing wrong with smalls at all. But it was all for kids. They told me. Um, but Jindy, I will do a live about this. Uh, there's already one out there, so don't go by that one. But I'll do another live, and I'll label it like fundraising campaign 2.0, and that's the one we'll use to talk about the shirts. Once I find out from the person making the shirts how much it's going to cost, then I'll know and I'll be able to do it. If anybody happens to be local to the Tampa area, I will hand deliver it. Won't have to be any type of fee or shipping fees with that. So if you're not, unfortunately, I will have to ship it. But I'm working, still trying to figure out how to get it cheaper than $9. So, uh, but I'll keep you all posted. And just thank you all so much for any support that you've given. Again, whether it's just showing up, that's worth more than any money you could find or send. I mean, yes, of course, we all need money for stuff, but it really it warms my heart and it lifts my spirits to see people here every night, and that so I'm going to keep doing this. I love it. So, and then yes, monetization. I saw that brought up earlier. I never had an intention to monetize this channel, and then I saw how we were growing, and then so many people have messaged me about how impactful the lives are to them, whether it's motivating, inspirational, or it helped them. I shared the story earlier, as well as in a different live about how somebody I used to work with said, "Hey, my dad got diagnosed with cancer, and he's about to have his radiation. So I showed him your show about radiation so he knew what to expect." And I tell you, that motivates me so much. And that means more than somebody walking up and giving me, you know, a hug, a pat on the pat on the back. I don't need recognition. But knowing you made an impact in somebody else's life, that to me is the ultimate um, satisfaction for me. So, thanks, Maria. Love you too. You've from the beginning of this, you have been checking on me consistently and coming into the lives and sharing my channel. So, I can't thank you enough for everything you've meant during this time. It's been great. Oh, let's see. My grandsons were sad when hubby had his colostomy bag reversed. They said he wouldn't be the bionic man anymore. Aw, little ones love hero stories. Going through this, Patrick, makes you a hero. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but that means so much to me. I don't see myself as a hero. Like I said, if I can help one person, make their cancer journey easier and know that there are other people going through it and they're not alone, I that makes me happy. So thank you, Kat, for everything. Your kind words every night just mean so much to me. Um, that is very, very sweet, and I will I will leave this chat, or I'll leave this live show tonight with a big smile on my face like I usually do. But wow, that was that was great. Well, hey, Kat, whatever you want to do, you can do. You have that power. Um, I believe, any journey you start on, you can make it whatever kind of journey you want. And if you stumble or if you fail, that's okay. Pick yourself back up. Kind of like when you're a kid, you fall off the bike. Okay, yeah, scratch my elbow, maybe get a band-aid, I don't know. But get back up on that bike and show people who you are. Especially being a Navy vet, I know there's some strength in you and willpower in you. So, I hope to see some success in whatever path you take, and I'll be your biggest cheerleader here online. So go get them, Kat. You got it. I believe in you, and you're welcome. All right, everybody. Well, it's been a wonderful day. Two wonderful lives. Love you guys. I appreciate you all. And I look forward to doing the lighthearted stream about my reality TV experience. um, so it's either going to be tomorrow or Wednesday. I have to see when I'm going to have time to not. I'm not. I don't. I do all this from the heart. Nothing is scripted. So unfortunately, you'll learn when we talk about the reality TV episode that even though it's not scripted, they sure know what they're going for, and they drive towards it. So it's not really real. This is reality TV right here, speaking from the heart. So, anyways, I hope you all have a good rest of the night. I hope you have a great day tomorrow, and I'll look forward to another good, fun live stream tomorrow. Uh, and it's going to be a great day, everybody. So, I love you all. God bless, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. See you then. Bye.